Our first class of the day will be Class 15, the Junior Yearling class. This class has been sponsored by Glenburn Acres Farms. For those following your catalogs, we have a few changes to do today. After lot 149, we will have an add-on of lot 185. Also, entry 157 will be scratched. So this junior yearling class will have 9 entries. Our judge for today will be Mr. David Sample. David is currently owner of Mac Angus Farms, a 7th generation farm with the last 4 generations producing purebred Angus cattle. For the last 56 years, Black Angus cattle have roamed the green pastures of Havelock, Quebec, currently calving out 65 registered Angus cows, as well as producing maple syrup. Mac Angus Farms has been a closed herd since 2002, and only semen has been purchased since then. David and his family have enjoyed showing cattle at various shows in Ontario and Quebec for the last 31 years. Working alongside David are his 2 sons, Alex and Mark. Production of top quality bulls for commercial cow herds in Quebec is their primary goal. They do performance tests on around 20 to 25 bulls every year. David has had the opportunity to judge several open junior shows in Ontario and Quebec and looks forward to judging the Canadian Junior Hereford Show in St. Hyacinthe. David Sample est un propriétaire de Mac Angus Farms, une ferme de 7e génération avec les 4 dernières générations produisant du bétail Angus pur sang. Au cours des 56 dernières années, les bovins Angus noirs ont parcouru le pâturage vert à Havelock au Québec. Actuellement, vélage de 65 vaches Angus enregistrées et production de sirop d'érable. Mac Angus est un troupeau fermé depuis 2002 et seulement du sperme a été acheté depuis. David et sa famille aiment montrer le bétail à divers spectacles et attend avec impatience de juger le Canadian Junior Hereford Show à Saint-Hyacinthe, Québec. On aimerait ça remercier David Sample for being our judge today.
It's my personal opinion. There's definitely little things I would change about every animal. There's no perfect animal. But I'll start every class and continue with what I like in our program or what I use. Before I forget, I'd also like to mention, don't forget to support the sponsors of this show. It's very important that we get out and support them for supporting us. I've had kids in the junior program for years as well, so it's nice to get the sponsorship, and it's getting harder and harder every year to get that. Start the class off with a heifer that I feel wins this class fairly easily. I do like my females with some shape. She's nice fronted female. Maybe condition-wise, she's a little more conditioned than what I would like, but for the show today, I would say this heifer wins the class quite easily. Second place heifer just doesn't have overall muscle that the first place heifer does. She's very nice fronted, very clean in her makeup, good feet, good legs. Third place heifer, she just gives up that style through that front end. She's got a little more bolder shoulder than what I'd like to see in a show heifer, but a heifer that's going to make a good cow down the road. Lots of good qualities in the final four, just little things I would change here and there. Thank you.
And in first place for this junior yearling class, entry 185, TR Honey E 719 ET, exhibited by Clayton Cameron. In second place, entry 151, Ramsey Kelly 704 ET, exhibited by JC Schrader from Ohio, USA. In third place, entry 152, CFCCEF KJS Peyton 137E ET, exhibited by Kaylin Schrader, Ohio, USA. And in fourth place, entry 154, RWB Equity 16E, exhibited by Alexandra Rodell from Quebec. In fifth place, entry number 155, SSF, North Creek's Crystal H705, exhibited by J.C. Schrader, Ohio, USA. And in sixth place, entry 153, RRPH, Esther 4E, exhibited by Andrew Mastine from Quebec. And in seventh place, entry number 149, Black River Ella 84E, exhibited by Ruby Mastine from Quebec. How many do you have? This will be Class 15B. For those following your catalog, we will scratch entry 157. Of April 2nd and April 6th.
I don't know where we are in the program.
57.
We're getting them sorted by age and no more.
For those following in their catalog,
You're not following the book at all.
Still not right.
entry number 157 has been scratched. Entry number 160 has been scratched.
Well, where does that go? Right now?
Entry one. 161 has been moved. 162 has been scratched. 163 has been scratched. 189 has been added, and 190 has been added. Could Cassandra Gorel please come to the ring if you have a moment, please? Cassandra Gorel, thank you. A reminder that this class of junior yearlings has been sponsored by Glenberg Acres Farms. Thank you very much for your sponsorship. And here are some words from our judge.
Another really good class of junior yearling heifers. You know, there's things you would change about every one out here. What I try to go for is the best balanced female, the female with for the frame size and the muscle shape, and then you can get into feet and legs and cleanliness, and I guess that's where the second and third place heifers give me the biggest problem. We're going to start the class. I would say this is the best balanced female in the class. They have her in pretty good shape for this show today. She moves out well. She didn't like the show well at first, but once she got moving out on her own, she looked fine. That's the other thing. Some of these heifers, they travel different than others. The stress, they take it better than others. The condition of the heifers, there's a huge variation. Some people don't like them as well conditioned, but if the kids are getting them ready for this show, they have to be ready for today. And then maybe some of the greener heifers will look better this fall. The second place heifer, maybe she gets a little steery for me. I definitely like to clean up her underline, but as far as balance and size, she's about my type of heifer, carrying a lot of condition. The third place heifer, really liked her at times. Then she comes off a little bit plainer. This is maybe a heifer this fall will look better. But to compete with those top heifers, she just needs a little more condition. She's maybe a little bit bigger heifer. They're harder to show at these summer shows. But an excellent class of heifers right down to the bottom. Thank you.
Thank you, David. And in first place, entry 172, Elm Lodge Enchanted, exhibited by Katie Elmhurst from Ontario. In second place, entry 158, Shady Villa Ellie 406E, exhibited by Adam Smith from Ontario. In third place, entry 156, Double H Eclair, exhibited by Katie Cox from Ontario. In fourth place, entry number 190, exhibit Elm Lodge Excellence, exhibited by James Rand from Nova Scotia. In fifth place, entry number 159, EGL Idiot 3E, Alton Farms. Grand champion? No one's paying attention? And your grand champion, junior yearling, entry 172, Elm Lodge Enchanted, exhibited by Katie Helmhurst from Ontario. No, that's... And your reserve junior champion yearling, entry 185, TR Honey E 719 ET, exhibited by Clayton Cameron. Our next class will be class 16, the senior yearling class. This class has been sponsored by AM Ranching. So this will be class 16 of senior yearlings. There will be 8 heifers in this class, all between the ages of March 4th to March 27th, 2017. This class has been sponsored by AM Ranching. Thank you, AM, for your sponsorship. That's good. For those following in the catalogs, there will be 2 add-ons in this class, and entry number 160 and 161. Once again, this is the first heat of the senior yearling class. This class has been sponsored by AM Ranching. Bonanza would also like to thank all their sponsors for their generosity and support. Sponsors like Copper Creek Ranch, Live Auction TV, John Deere Canada, Cargill, KGF, Cemex, Pottinger, Moulay Valley Feed, Suregain, Glenlee's Polled Herefords, now words from our judge.
Another really strong class. These are March heifers. Just like all the previous classes, there's a lot of different types and style, different condition. I do appreciate the kids that get their heifers ready for this show, and I'm going to judge them that way. First place heifer, I think, wins the class quite easily. She's very sound. She's definitely got some shape, which I like to see in a female, but she still looks like a female. She's nice up through that front end, nice shoulder. The second place heifer, really nice profiling heifer. I guess if I was to falter, it's on one front foot, she seems to really turn it in. So I see a little bit of a structural problem with that heifer, but as far as style and size and muscle, that's a good one as well. Third place heifer, she's just a lot plainer in that front end. She's pretty straight in that front shoulder and gets a little steery in that neck, but that's a good complete heifer as well. Good heifers right down to the bottom. Thank you.
Thank you, David. In first place, entry 160, Elm Lodge, Easy on the Eyes, exhibited by Katie Elmers from Ontario. In second place, entry 166, CSF Ramsey, Gabriella 6EET, exhibited by J.C. Schrader from Ohio, USA. In third place, entry 161, Shady Vila Aaron 304E, exhibited by Adam Smith. In fourth place, entry number 168, Maple Hill 3C Excuse 54E, exhibited by Jade Noiser. In fifth place, entry number 171, Roselawn JC EGC ET 18E, exhibited by DJ Lawrence from Ontario. In sixth place, entry number 170, NCX Miss Ellie 70E, exhibited by Gabrielle Chumchinsky from Alberta. In seventh place, entry number 169, Maple Hill. Is that right? 169, Maple Hill 37A Esther, exhibited by Skylar Parnell from Quebec. Sorry, on a mistake on that. In sixth place was entry number 167, RWB Lexi, exhibited by Aiden Lodge from Quebec. This will be the second heat of the senior yearlings, Class 16B. There will be 8 senior yearlings in this heifer class. for those following in your catalogs. Entry 191 has been an add-on to this class. We will have entry 191, 174, 175, 176, 177, 178, 179, and 180. And a few words from our judge.
Really the toughest class so far today. We don't have any real easy winners. We just got different types, different models. This first place heifer, I'll say she's probably the best balanced heifer. She's got that belly sweep that I like to see in the heifers at this stage. I guess that's where I'd give her the advantage. The next two heifers are maybe just lacking that overall girth that I like to see in bred heifers. But three very, very solid heifers. Maybe these second and third place heifers come fall, they'll look better. But for today, I just like the belly sweep in that first place heifer, and very broody, very cowy looking, very sound. Second place heifer is a super sound female. She really profiles super nice. Maybe you'd like to see a little more muscle in this female, but as far as like I said, side profile and look, she's got it all. Third place heifer is definitely a little greener heifer, a little more front end for what I like to see in females at this stage. But three very, very complete heifers. Thank you.
And thank you, David. In first place, entry 178, Master R. Eva 4E, exhibited by Dylan Mastine from Quebec. In second place, entry 176, Dorby Miss Vicky 408E, exhibited by Levi Rimke from Manitoba. In third place, entry number 180, Stonewood Susie 21E, exhibited by Tristan Ramanine from Quebec. In fourth place, entry 174, Bradley Miss Irwin, exhibited by Jordy Donovan from PEI. In fifth place, entry number 175, Concordia Lavender 4E, exhibited by Rebecca Passau from Ontario. In sixth place, entry 177, NCX Miss Eliza 64E, exhibited by Joanne Dick from Alberta. In seventh place, entry 179, KLR Chandra 14E, exhibited by Nicholas Dunsmore from Ontario. And in eighth place, exhibit 191, Roxwood Emily 5E, exhibited by Jarrett Parliament. We'll follow with a class 16C, another heat of senior yearling heifers. For those following in their catalogs in this class 16C, you will notice that 185 has been a scratch. Also, we have add-ons 173 and 163. 180, 182, 183, 184, 86, and 87. Round up your class. So this is the third heat of our senior yearlings. This class has been sponsored by AM Ranching. And here are some words from our judge.
Tell you what, we got a really stout class in these heifers out here. It's not getting any easier. I thought at the beginning of the day this was going to be a cakewalk, but I tell you what, there's a lot of different things, a lot of good things about a lot of these heifers in the top. I'm sure there's people you'd switch them around a bit, but I think you can sort of see a pattern where I'm going. It's nothing personal. It's just the way I breed cattle or buy cattle or look at cattle. Going to start the class. I figured the nicest balanced female. She shows really, really well, which is an advantage. She's very clean up front. Good feet and legs. She's sound. She's got a nice belly sweep. She's got good muscle for that size frame. Just a nice class winner. Second place heifer. This is going to be an awesome cow. I look at this heifer a lot and I say, geez, I wonder if she could have won this class. I guess the show end of it, or this show thing, if I would change anything, it would be her brisket. Just clean her up in that brisket a little bit. She'd give her a real good run, but that's going to be a really, really good cow. I would say I got a lot of mama cows at home that have big briskets, but they produce like crazy. So this is a really nice balanced female, long-sided. She's a little bit bigger female, but a lot of good in this second place heifer. third place heifer as well. Really cowy looking, nice front end. These females are sound enough. The feet are good enough. Just real tough class here today.
Thank you, David. And in first place, entry 163, Elm Lodge Emerald 25E, exhibited by Katie Elmhurst from Ontario. In second place, entry 184, Dorbe Miss Azalea ET 425E, exhibited by Talia Sticalo from Manitoba. In third place, entry 183, RWB Kit Kat 5E, exhibited by Sophie Liebrick from Quebec. And in fourth place, entry number 186, Elm Lodge Extraordinary, exhibited by Allison Booth from New Brunswick. In fifth place, entry number 187, Kidneys Ellie 12E, exhibited by Lane Finlater from New Brunswick. In sixth place, entry 173, Haraldson Sarah 106A 5E, exhibited by Curtis Hewitt from Ontario. In seventh place, entry 182, Master R. Emmy Lou 23E, exhibited by Terry Ennis from Ontario. And in eighth place, 180 entry 181, Concordia 128B Daphne 3E, exhibited by Ethan Passau from the province of Ontario. This will be your fourth heat of senior yearlings. Wait a second. For those following in your catalogs, there have been some changes. We will have an add-on of entry 219, as well as entry 191 has been scratched, 193, and 194. So in the ring at this time, we have entries 192, 219, 195, 96, 197, 98, 199, and 200. And here are the comments from our judge.
I guess everybody comments this judge is too fast or too slow. I do like to give the kids time because I know there's been a lot of time and effort put into these cattle. Top 4 are really good heifers. Start the class off with really nice balanced heifer. It's got excellent body. I really like her front toe structure. Probably the best set of front feet I've seen out here today. Second place heifer, really good. Types in quite well. Her 4 teats do give me a little bit of a problem. I'm not sure if it's going to be a problem down the road, but she's showing a little bit more than what I like to see in July. Third place heifer, another good strong heifer, but she's just in a super tough class here to beat those 2 top heifers. Good quality all the way down.
Thank you very much, Dave. In first place, entry 199 Double H Zumba 127E, exhibited by Katie Cox from Ontario. In second place, entry 198 NBG 11X Miss Ella 128W 4E, exhibited by Rebecca Hess from Ontario. In third place, entry 196 Stonewood Princess 14E, exhibited by Victoria Austin from Ontario. In fourth place, entry 219 Bradley Miss Eva 201E, exhibited by Mason Bradley Gardner. In fifth place, entry number 200 RKNH 23B Molly 709E, exhibited by Oriana Heidman from Manitoba. In sixth place, entry 192 Master R Evermore 15E, exhibited by Allison Mastine from Quebec. In seventh place, entry number 197, Teague 8X Miss Universe 710E, exhibited by Tegan Heidman from Manitoba. And in 8th place, entry 195, Stonehenge Estelle 3E, exhibited by Zachary Parnell from Quebec. This will be the 5th heat of senior yearlings. For all viewers looking in your catalog, we have one add-on to this class, and it is entry 196. Scratch that. Entry 196 is now entry 208. Okay, juniors, could entry number 306 please make your way to the ring? Entry 306. So this fifth heat of senior yearlings has been sponsored by AM Ranching. Thank you, AM, for your sponsorship for this class. And here are the comments from our judge.
Another really good January heifer class. You got to appreciate the quality, I would say, in the top 4, top 5. You can really see the difference, the amount of work that's gone into some of these animals as compared to others. I'll tip my hat to the children and the parents to get these cattle in this kind of condition this early. Got to really appreciate this first place heifer. I commented to the girl, I said, it's pretty easy to show them when they're chewing their cud. And it's so true. Like, it's easy to show off an animal like that. She's very relaxed, so that heifer's relaxed and just makes her job a lot easier. Really good heifer there. She's got the style and look that I'm looking for. She looks like she's way along in calf. She's very sound structured. I would say my top 4 all day have been good to very good. The second place heifer, very nice heifer. She just doesn't have that overall middle that I like to see in a heifer at that age. I'd like to maybe clean her up a little bit underneath. Third place heifer, I guess that's where I'd fault her, and is her front end. She's quite a lot plainer in that front end. Clean up that brisket a little bit, but I would say top 4 here are really good females. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sample. And in first place, entry 202, Stonewood Wendy 8E, exhibited by Brittany Sherry from Ontario. In second place, entry 201, OLTN 6B Evening Star 19E, exhibited by Kylie Dixon from Saskatchewan. In third place, entry 203, NBG 719, Miss Eliza 9C2E, exhibited by Mason Felix from Ontario. In fourth place, entry number 208, Hip Hop Emma 6E, exhibited by Victoria Austin from Ontario. In fifth place, entry number 205, Early Bird 1X24A, Etta 16E, exhibited by Kendra Parnell from Quebec. In sixth place, entry number 206, Moorhaven 3B, Laura 8E, exhibited by Cole Hewitt from Ontario. And in seventh place, entry 204, Double Knot Eliza Thea, exhibited by Shaylin Bell from Ontario. And in eighth place, entry 207, Harvey Miss Polly, exhibited by Jesse Ulmer from Alberta. So we will be entering our sixth heat of senior yearlings. These heifers are all born between January 8th and January 4th, 2017. For all of those following in their catalogs, we have 2 add-ons, entry 306 and entry 164. We would like to take a moment to thank more of our sponsors. Without our sponsors, it would be impossible to have such a great event here. We would like to thank Nelson Hershey Purebreds, HMS Highcliffe, Les Assurances Royales Inc., the British Columbia Hereford Association, Black River Herefords, the Canadian Hereford Digest, FCI Herefords, Kids Cattle Co., the Manitoba Junior Hereford Association. We'd also like to thank Ferme BLB et Ferme d'Extradaire, Elm Lodge Polled Herefords. Thank you for your generosity and your sponsorships. And here are the comments from our judge.
Probably the most time I've spent analyzing these cattle today. I guess you could, switch these two up any which way you like. Really like this female from the shoulder back. I prefer her rump structure to the second place heifer. The second place heifer gets a little high in that tail head for me. Maybe, if I could change the first place heifer, would clean her up on that brisket a bit. But like I say, I got cows at home with brisket, and they're super producing cows. This one here, I think, is going to be a good one. That's where I'd fault the second place heifer. She just gets a little high in that tail head for me, but that's a very complete, very feminine, showy female as well. If I was to criticize the third place heifer, maybe change that foot structure a little bit for me. But as far as size and balance, she's right in here with the top two. Top 4 or 5 excellent females, but you could switch these two. But for me today, I'm just the rump structure in that first place heifer. I like this heifer much better than second. Thank you.
Thank you for those comments, Dave. And in first place, entry 215, Early Bird 001A, 22A, Evelyn 7E, exhibited by Reggie Raymond from New Brunswick. In second place, entry 214, Elm Lodge Euphoria, exhibited by Brandon Fraser from Alberta. In third place, entry 164, Denlory 200Z, Evangeline 2E, exhibited by Melanie DeLong from Nova Scotia. In fourth place, entry 217, Master R Emotion 5E, exhibited by Colt Mastine from Quebec. In fifth place, entry 213, Steelbrook Temptation 2E, exhibited by Krista Whalen from Quebec. In sixth place, entry 216, Master R Erica 32E, exhibited by Josh Mastine from Quebec. In seventh place, entry 306, WLL Evening Glitter 4E, exhibited by Kennedy Mans from Manitoba. And in eighth place, entry 218, Double Knot Extravagant 1E, exhibited by Christopher Bell from Ontario. This will be the final heat of our senior yearling heifers. Following this class will be the Grand Champion Senior Yearling and Reserve Grand Champion Senior Yearling. This class has been sponsored by AM Ranching. All right, everybody following in your catalog. Number 219 had been moved to a different class, and we will be adding entry 193 into this class. And here are the comments from the judge.
Another really good class from top to bottom. It's too bad we gotta have a first and a last. That's kind of how these competitions work. Going to start the class. Really nice, balanced female. I really like her length of spine. She's quite sound. She's feminine enough for me today. Probably the most complete, balanced female in the class. Second place heifer. She got a beautiful front end. She's really cowy in that front end. I guess I'd like to see a little more red meat in this heifer. She comes off a little plainer in her muscle pattern, but a heifer that blends in well with first place. This third place heifer, give me a bit of a problem. She comes off her front feet a little bit off. She's not as correct as the top two heifers. She's a little weak in her heart, but again, a heifer that profiles nicely. She's got that length of side, and she's just not as sound as the two top heifers today, but really nice class.
Thank you, David. In first place, entry 193, OLTN 27A, Evening Star 3E, exhibited by Kristen Dixon from Alberta. In second place, entry 222, Crow Harbor Eclair 2E, exhibited by Mitchell Best from Nova Scotia. In third place, entry 223, Master R Everlasting 49E, exhibited by Mitchell Best from Nova Scotia. In fourth place, entry 220, Maplewood Holly 1102E, exhibited by Spencer Dunsmore from Ontario. And in fifth place, entry 221, Lassard Elodie 3E, exhibited by Lillian Bouffard from Quebec. We will now proceed with the two top heifers from each heat. These heifers will now enter the class of a Grand Champion, a senior female. This banner has been sponsored by Ferme d'Extrader. The Reserve Grand Champion, a senior yearling, was sponsored by the Maritime Junior Hereford Association. Our judge will proceed to select our Grand Champion Senior Yearling and our Reserve Grand Champion Senior Yearling. Could we get a round of applause for our junior exhibitors for putting together this terrific class of senior and junior yearlings? We would also like to thank our sponsor. For the Grand Champion Senior Yearling Female, this banner has been sponsored by Les Fermes d'Extradaire, as well as the Reserve Grand Champion Yearling. This banner has been sponsored by the Maritime Junior Hereford Association. Thank you to our sponsors. And here are the comments from our judge.
Give these junior exhibitors a round of applause for such a strong set of heifers. I'm really pleased with what we have out here today. They were very strong senior heifer classes. It's nice to see that the Hereford breed's still in good hands, and with the history it's had in Quebec, as well as Eastern Canada, it's nice to see the good cattle out here today, and the spectators and the sponsors, and we just really appreciate everybody and the organizers that put this thing on. I'm not going to take too much more time. We're just going to go pick what I figure my two favorites, and you guys can pick your two favorites, and we'll go on from there.
And your grand champion, senior yearling heifer, entry 160, Elm Lodge, easy on the eyes, exhibited by Katie Elmers from Ontario. What's your number? And your reserve grand champion, senior yearling, entry 202, Stonewood Wendy, exhibited by Brittany Sherry from Ontario. Congratulations to our two champions today. We'll now take a moment to take some pictures with the judge. There will be a 5-minute intermission.